Hello my dear viewers, and welcome to another episode of The Righteous Millionaire, where we teach you how to make money the right way. Yet again, this another program. This is the part 2 of the 10 commandments of entrepreneurship. I did the first 5 last week, and I wanted to continue with 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So to start with the 6th commandment, thou shalt not fight against the market. What it means is the market determines the value of your products and services. That is the people. The people determine the value of your products and services. So when you think of ideas in starting an entrepreneurship, or you're starting a new business and you're thinking of an idea that you know you could make money out of, always think about, will people really buy it? I see a lot of people make these mistakes because they have really innovative ideas. You go out there, you get awards for it. I mean, people would really love your idea. But when you go back into the market, you realize that the people are not buying your product, and you don't know why. The reason why is because people are not ready for it. Perhaps people are not ready for the product. Perhaps the type of market you're in, it's going to take maybe 5 years or 10 years before they adapt to the product that you want to present to them. Let's talk about, Jeff Bezos with Amazon. It took him so many years. It took him about 5 years in order for him to start making profit. The reason being because he was ahead of his time. And because he was ahead of his time, he had to wait a long time before people started, respecting his business, understanding that innovation was coming. Because when he started internet, people were not using internet to sell. So he had to wait. The same thing with Alibaba. When it started, he's selling Chinese products to the world, but internet was not something where people were using until, later on, maybe 5, 7 years later. That's when the whole world were into internet. That's why he's now one of the richest people in China. So some ideas, they take time. Some ideas, you can just put it out there and you start making money. And how can you know the fast ideas that make you money? I think the first example, the best example you can use is going into the shop. Now, when you go into the shop, you see mint. You see the mint that is being sold in the shop is being sold in every shop in the country. The bread is being sold, just the mint. Imagine the guy that sells, that brings the mint. Imagine he has to bring mint for the whole Gambia. So imagine the guy that brings like Almanti miners. He has to supply Almanti miners to the whole of the Gambia and the whole of Senegal. So think about these products that people are really going to buy. Before you start a business or before you put it out there, your idea should be, you have to ask yourself, what type of idea am I putting out there? Is the market going to buy my products? Because you can't force the market to buy your products. It's not their fault they're not buying your products, but it's because you put an idea out there that at the end of the day, people are not going to be interested and they're not going to buy your product. Perhaps you have to wait. Are you willing to wait? Are you going to wait? Perhaps you're going to have to teach them. Some ideas also you're going to have to teach people about it. And you're going to have to tell them that this and this is the reason why you need my product. This and this is the reason why you should buy my product. So be very careful with the type of business you're doing and the type of idea you're bringing forth into the market. Because it can be something that can take time, or it can be something that can start making profit as soon as you put it in. So that's number 6. So number 7 is going to be, thou shalt not spend more than you earn. This is everybody's problem. When we start business, we think of profit as our money. You don't start making money in a business until like 2 years ahead, or 3 years, sometimes 4 years. It takes time for you to start making money. All the profit you're making from your business is for you to expand your business. As you're making money, the more you use your profit to expand your business, the more you can, in the end, relax and enjoy your money. So what a lot of people do, a lot of entrepreneurs, what they do is they think about the profit. And as they start making profit, they start eating their profit. And because of that, their business never expands. And there's so much, the reason why they do it is they're so much in a hurry to prove people that they're successful. And in business, it's not something that you just start and you start making money. It takes time. So stop trying to prove that you're starting to be successful. Take your money and put it back into the business. As the business expands, the more money you're going to get eventually, and then you keep putting it back. I think you have to learn how to be broke. You have to learn how to sacrifice the money you're getting and put it back into the business so the business can expand into a place or a stage where you feel satisfied, and at the end you'll be able to pay yourself out of the business. And think about it. Watch your finances. This is not just for entrepreneurs or people with startup businesses, or it's for everybody. A lot of people, they spend money and they don't know where they spend their money. You'll be surprised. Just take a list. Take a list every time you spend money. If you buy bread, write it down. If you pay fare, write it down. Take your expenses, write it down. And then when you look at your expenditure sometimes, you realize how much money you're wasting on things that are not important. So by starting to if you start doing that, if you start writing down your expenditure, you'll be able to start cutting out things that are not important. You'll be able to make a budget. And how are you going to do that? How are you going to do that? There are apps out there. You can download it on your phone. You can have a notepad, or you can just download it on the phone. Anytime you want to spend your money, you write it down, and you'll be able to assess how much you're spending and what you're spending your money on, so that you can better budget yourself, and so you can save for a better case scenario, even if you want to expand or you want to start a savings account. A lot of people don't have savings account because they don't watch their expenditure. It's very important for you to watch your expenditure. If you're a business or if you are an individual, if you don't watch your expenditure, then you're just going to be spending on things that you're not supposed to spend your money on. Like what I do is, before I receive money, before I receive any money, I try to budget out what am I going to do with the money. This and this is what I'm going to buy. This and this is what is more important. Then through that budgeting, as the money comes, or if the profit comes, I'll know where to put the money and where not to put the money. So it becomes a better, a better advantage for me, in order for me to use the money the right way. So you should spend more on assets, things that will bring you more money, things that will expand your business. So number 8 is, thou shalt not fear. You should not be afraid. Fear is false evidence appearing real. It's all in your mind. It's all in your mind, and it's a natural, it's a natural feeling. The reason why we have fear is because it's supposed to help us. Just when you look at a child, when you light a candle, and it's the first time the child touches the candle, you just have to let the child touch the fire in the candle. The reason why you're letting him touch it or her touch it is because they're going to learn, and they'll be afraid not to touch it the next time. So this is a basic instinct we need in order for us to survive. But sometimes what happens is we get overloaded with this fear so much we become paralyzed. Fear just paralyzes you. And when it comes to entrepreneurship, or when it comes to business, scared money don't make no money. That's just how it is. If you don't invest in yourself, if you don't believe in what you're doing and put your money there, then you're never gonna get any money out. And overcoming fear as an entrepreneur and as an individual is how you grow. Me making this video right now, I don't feel comfortable. I feel uncomfortable as much as possible. Before, when I started, it was really hard, but I had to put myself there. I don't feel comfortable, but I have to keep putting myself there until it kind of feels natural. It kind of feels like I'm part of this. Because of that, I'm growing as a person. So the more you grow, the more you put yourself in uncomfortable positions, meaning facing your fears, the more you can grow. The reason why we don't know a lot of things is because we're afraid of it. But you have to face your fears one by one as an individual. Like Lucky Dube said, you cannot run away from your fears, because your fears are part of you. So it's better you start facing your fears one by one. So thou shalt not fear is number 8. So number 9, thou shalt not enter the rat race. Meaning, just look at a dog chasing its tail. It's like, ooh, it's going around, it's chasing its tail. You're like, look at this dumb dog, what is he doing? That's the same thing that happens to us as human beings. We wake up, we walk, then we pay our bills, we work for sometimes 2 weeks, you get your paycheck, or 1 month if you're in the Gambia or in Africa, you get your paycheck, and then you eat your money, and before the middle of the month you eat your money, it's over, then you get your money again, and then it's a cycle. You keep going, and then you keep fooling yourself, and you keep saying, things are gonna get better, things are gonna get better, I'm gonna get that promotion, they're gonna give me that raise, and then before you know it, you get that raise, you get that promotion, and then you're in the same cycle again. People sometimes their money finishes, their next month money even finishes before the salary comes in, because they have so much loans. So what's happening is everybody is in this rat race. Everybody wants to show everybody, I have money, I have things, everything is okay in my life. But at the end of the day, it's not okay, because you're going round and round and round, and before you know it, you're retired. And you have nothing to save for yourself. You didn't do any savings, you didn't have anything planned for yourself. And this is unfortunate, because this is what happens to a lot of people. When they retire and then they get their pension, you get your pension, you can even have $1 million pension, $2 million or $1 million pension. But what happens is, because you're so used to spending and you're not so used to investing, you're just gonna keep spending it and spending it and spending it. And at the end of the day, you spending income that there's no income coming in is gonna end up finishing. So another syndrome, and this digging your own grave syndrome, this is what happened to even Africans. This is our problem. The thing is, the more money you have, the more nice things you buy. The reason why you buy nice things is because you want to show the world that you're somebody. But what you don't understand is, if you have a normal car, you buy a better car, the better car you buy, the more maintenance bills you're going to pay. Because one tire for one car might cost $200. But if you buy a better car, the same tire will cost you $1,000. So that's you digging a hole for yourself. Another thing is, you buy a bigger house. You used to rent a one-bedroom apartment. Now you start making money and you want to buy a house. You buying a house doesn't mean you're being successful. It means you're digging yourself a grave, because that house, you're going to buy more cash power. You're going to have to buy more furniture. You're going to have, so many things. You're going to have to buy more TV. You're going to have to expand your internet. So what happens is, as we growing, as we having more money, instead of us holding the line, so that not new money we having, we saving it, but we following the rat race, and we getting bigger cars, nicer houses. And this is what is wrong with Africa. And at the end of the day, we spend it on ceremonies, we spend it on things that will not benefit us. So what happens is, we keep spending all this money, so at the end of the day, we don't have money. So what are we going to do? We're going to be corrupt, we're going to be greedy, we're going to be stealing, we're going to be lying, because at the end of the day, we can't keep up the appearance. We cannot, because instead of you holding the line where you are, and then using the extra money to invest or to save, you're digging a bigger hole for yourself. So what the solution is, don't be part of it. So what happens is, you see a guy with a very nice house and a very beautiful car, but doesn't even have money for petrol. And at the end of the day, people are gonna see you and they're gonna ask you for money. They're gonna come to your house and they're gonna say, hey, guy, I see that you have money. Please give me some of your money. And then you'll be angry. Why are you angry? The reason why the guy is coming to ask you for money is because they see you as somebody with money, because you are the one who is showing it to them. So my greatest advice to you is, if you have money, act like you don't. If you don't have money, act the same way. Just always be on that level. Because if you become overexcited and you have money and you spend it on things that don't benefit you, at the end of the day, you're going to be broke, because in order for you to take care of those things, it's going to cost you more money. And people, because we live in a society where people are always depending on somebody or something, they're always dependent on somebody they feel is better than them. So they're going to come to you and going to ask you for money. So don't be mad if they come and ask you for money, because you show them that you have money. So please, just be patient. As you are having money, or as your money is increasing, be patient. Be on that same level that you are, so you can invest in other things. Invest in your business. Invest in expanding. Don't show anybody that you have money, because at the end of the day, all that money, you can turn it into something that is going to benefit you and your future and your family's future. You can even open a savings account for your kids for university. You can do a lot of things. You can open an account for building a house or buying a house in the future. All those things you can do, but because you're so excited, You take the money and you spend it, and then at the end when people come, you start complaining. You don't have any money, you go to the ceremony and you start throwing money all around. And then when people come and ask you for money, you say you don't have money. You see, just think about it. It's your fault, it's not their fault. So that is number 9. Don't be part of the rat race, and then you will be successful. Okay, so number 10. Thou shalt not stop learning. Learning, you learn until you die. You know, the moment a human being says, I know everything, that's where, that's where your knowledge stops. Your knowledge never stops. You have to keep growing. Knowledge is more precious than silver and gold. When we say these things, we mean it literally, because your gold and your silver and your money can all perish away. You can lose everything. But nobody can come into your head and take away your knowledge, because it's through your knowledge you gain these things. It's through your knowledge you gain power. So you have to learn. This is the best time to learn in the world. I don't know why people spend so much time on things that are not important. You have Google, you have the internet. The internet shows you everything you want to learn. Anything you want to know on the earth is right there in front of you with a touch of your fingers, tip of your fingers. On your phone, you can learn anything, you can know anything. So why do you spend time on things that are not important? Looking at the right knowledge. And a lot of people make this mistake. There's a lot of knowledge to learn, but there's some knowledge that don't benefit you. Some knowledge benefits you, some knowledge doesn't benefit you. If you're reading a storybook, how does that benefit you or your life? That's just a story. You're reading conspiracy theories. How does that affect you and your life? It doesn't affect anything in your life. So when you're seeking knowledge, you have to seek knowledge that is pertaining to what you do. If you write, seek knowledge pertaining to your writing. If you are an entrepreneur, seek knowledge pertaining to your entrepreneurship. Whatever field you're in, seek knowledge with regards to that. So this is what happened in our offices. You see all these old folk, they're there. They're there, they're not learning anything, they're just sitting down. They can't even use the computer. So these young guys are coming up, they're going to university, they can use the computer, they're knowledgeable, they know so many things. They come back to the office and then you see these old folks, they're fighting them. They're making it difficult for these young guys to come. And most of the time, the young guys are going to come and be their boss. So there's a lot of jealousy. And the reason being is not because they're favoring the young guy, it's because you are refusing to learn. You're spending your time on things that doesn't matter. Spend your time maybe on Facebook, social media. Who knows what you spend in your time? Maybe you're spending your time drinking a time. And this guy spent 3 or 5 years learning and evolving on that same position that you're in. So he's going to be your boss. So don't complain, but what you're supposed to do is you're going to go back and learn. And knowledge is evolving. Knowledge is evolving the fastest that is ever evolved in the entire human history. Because as we go in, knowledge is evolving. No matter what you know, even if you are a chief engineer, you have to go to, classes again. You have to know there are new vehicles. Like you're a mechanical engineer. Now there's electronics in cars, like EVs, electronic vehicles. Now you think about that. How about if you're a mechanical engineer and you know about EVs also? That gives you 2. But you just sit in one position, you think, because for the rest of your life, you're always going to be the person who knows everything. So it's good as an entrepreneur to keep learning. And learn these things. The best knowledge you can have as an entrepreneur is, think about it. You're going to have to sell yourself out there. You're going to have to sell your products. You have to learn how to sell. You have to learn how to communicate, how to talk. You have to learn leadership skills, how to be a better leader. If you're a leader, how am I going to be a better leader for my company to grow? How am I going to change my marketing skills? All these skills, you have to learn it as a business. Just don't say that, okay, I'm starting a business, I'm just going to sit the whole day and then not learn anything. I'm just going to be on Facebook. No. These are the mistakes people make. There's always something to learn. You have TEDx, you have YouTube. There's so many places they can teach you how to be a better entrepreneur, how to better present yourself, and how to make more money. Because you starting a business is all about making money. So if you're not learning about how to make money, then why are you even doing it in the first place? You can even learn a side skill. So you learn this, you have this skill, you can learn another skill to add to your business. The more services you have, the more money you have. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the 10 commandments of entrepreneurship. So you learn these rules. If you follow these rules, you will be fruitful in whatever you're doing. You will be successful and you will start to grow, because in anything you're doing, you want to grow, you want to be better, you want to be more presentable, you want people to appreciate you better, you want to be more customer service focused, you want to exceed customer expectations, and all of this is because you're learning, because you're understanding these rules. Your business growing means you understand how to spend your money, what to do, be successful in life. So guys, thank you for watching once again. And like I said, you have to prove yourself as an entrepreneur. You have to eat this, you have to sleep this, you have to walk this, you have to talk this. This is what your entire life is going to be about. Because the more you get involved with your business and what you're doing, the more you grow, the faster you grow, the more you meet the people, the right people that will help you succeed, the more you have the right ideas for you to succeed. So follow these rules, have an understanding of them, and then they will help you be successful in life. So, if you like more videos like this, or if you like this one, please hit the like button and subscribe. I will be putting up videos every week, like I said, The Righteous Millionaire, on Facebook and on YouTube. So you could go to YouTube or you can go on my Facebook page to watch more of these videos of how to be successful the right way. So the next video I'm going to put up is going to be how to multiply your money. So a lot of people know how to make money. They know how to make money, but they don't know how to multiply their money. How are you going to turn your pension money? Now you work like for 60 years and now you get your pension money. How are you going to multiply that money to make you, that 100,000 to make you $1 million? If you have a big deal, you have $10,000 or $100,000, how are you going to multiply that $100,000 to be something beneficial to you, to turn it to $2 million? And this is why, some people, the richest people become richer. The rich people are becoming richer and the poor people are becoming poorer, because the only reason why there's a difference between the two is because the rich people know how to multiply money and the poor people know how to eat money. So don't be somebody who just takes your money and eat it, but be somebody that is able to multiply your money for it to go and make you, that $1 can make you $1 million. Did you know how? Watch my next video. Thank you very much for watching.